Today, let's talk about the charges brought against Chelsea by the FA. Chelsea Football Club has been formally charged with 74 alleged breaches of Football Association regulations related to agent activity and third-party investment in players. The misconduct in question spans a long period, from 2009 to 2022, with the bulk of the alleged violations occurring during the 2010-11 through 2015-16 seasons when Roman Abramovich was in charge. The FA's charges cover multiple sets of regulations. Regulations J1 and C2 under the FA Football Agents Regulations. Regulations A2 and A3 of the FA Regulations on working with intermediaries. Regulations A1 and B3 of the FA Third-Party Investment in Players Regulations. Some of the specific issues mentioned in the FA's statement include payments tied to transfers that may have been routed through intermediaries, offshore companies, or to players' families or representatives. Possible failure to properly register or disclose these payments in documentation submitted to regulators. Concerns around third-party investment arrangements, which can involve outside ownership stakes in players or contract rights. Known transfers under investigation reportedly include those of Eden Hazard, Willian, and Samuel Eto'o. Chelsea's current ownership, Blueco, which assumed control of the club on the 30th of May, 2022, said that during due diligence ahead of the takeover, they identified potential irregularities involving historical transactions. After the purchase, the club self-reported its findings not only to the FA but also to other relevant bodies, including the Premier League and UEFA. Chelsea emphasized they have been fully cooperative, providing comprehensive access to historical files and data in connection with the investigations. As part of earlier steps, in July 2023, the club agreed to a settlement with UEFA, paying £8.6 million, approximately €10 million, over issues of incomplete financial reporting from a period during Abramovich's ownership. Because many of the alleged breaches date back over a decade, the nature of possible sanctions is complex. Some observations: financial penalties seem more likely than harsh sporting punishments. The rationale is that penalizing the club via a points deduction or other sporting sanction might unfairly affect current players, management, or ownership who were not responsible for the earlier conduct. The notion of fairness plays a big role. Chelsea argues that since the misconduct occurred under previous ownership, penalizing the current operations or resources might overreach. There's also a broader message in this case about transparency, regulation of agents, intermediaries, and financial dealings in football. This isn't just about Chelsea. It reflects ongoing efforts by football governing bodies to tighten oversight. This development is significant for several reasons: legacy issues and accountability. What was done in an earlier era under different ownership can still have regulatory and financial consequences today. Due diligence and self-reporting. Blue Echo's discovery and prompt disclosure of potential irregularities may become a model, or at least a reference case, for how new ownerships handle inherited liabilities. Regulation of agents and third-party investment. These have long been contentious areas in football governance. The Chelsea case shows that failures in transparency, registration, or proper documentation can lead to substantial investigations many years later. Impact on future club transactions. Prospective new owners, clubs, agents, and intermediaries are likely to see this case as a reminder that compliance, accurate disclosure, and documentation matter, not just to avoid penalties, but to preserve institutional integrity. Chelsea will have until the 19th of September, 2025 to provide its formal response to the FA. The FA, alongside possibly other regulatory bodies, Premier League, UEFA, will continue the investigations, examining evidence and determining what sanctions, if any, are appropriate. There may be further disclosures, especially concerning the detailed nature of the payments under scrutiny, which individuals, intermediaries, or companies were involved, how contract was structured, and how reports may have been filed or not. Chelsea's 74 charge case with the FA illustrates how historical practices, especially when involving agents, intermediaries, third-party investment, and incomplete reporting, can come back under regulatory scrutiny. The current ownership's role in uncovering and self-reporting these issues, plus their cooperation, may shape both the outcome of the specific case and broader precedents in how financial governance in football is enforced. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to get more football updates.